This is the Marvel Universe, Marvel's X-Men First Class comic packs featuring Marvel Girl and Cyclops. I think they only did 2 comic packs for the X-Men First Class. This one and the Wolverine and Sabretooth. And I think it's Hasbro's attempt at a toy line for the X-Men First Class movie, which really rocked the box office, which really made a lot more money, I think, than the other movies that opened during that weekend. But anyway, here is the sort of attempt of Hasbro to make a First Class toy. It just in the spirit of the X-Men First Class, which these toys have nothing to do with the movie. Anyway, I suppose before we begin, let's go ahead and just wreck the whole setup. Why don't we? Anyway, here's the packaging. Just some fantastic artwork. Not entirely sure who did this. Looks very Jim Lee-ish, but I'm sure it's not. Here we go. This is actually a double for me. This is a gift from my wife's boss, or former boss, and he had an extra, probably gave it to me. Gave it to us. Actually, gave it to her, actually, so I just took it so I could review it. So there's really nothing special about this set except for the fact that it's done in the old costume that the X-Men had back in the 60s or 70s, and it also comes with a comic book. It is a modern adaptation of the original X-Men team, and it is a one-shot that was published, if I'm not mistaken, December 2010, and I don't know who the artist is and the writer. Yeah, I think I missed out on that one. But it is a one-shot comic book, I think. They just... yeah, there's no splash page. There is no mention of any writer or author. That is weird. It should be here. It should be on the... Anyway, whatever. It's just a modern day story of the original team. I mean, it doesn't really say a lot. Just they go on an adventure and that's it. If you want to know, if you want a real modern day take on what would happen if the original X-Men team were alive, they're all alive, I know, but I mean, if they were actually in the present. Man, these things are not standing up. They were standing up just fine just before the review. Anyway, darn it. Okay. If you want to know, if you want to read up more on a modern adaptation of the original X-Men team, you might want to pick up the Marvel Now all new X-Men book or comic books by Bendis and Stuart Immonen. Immonen, I think, is only until issue 5 because issue 6 has a totally different artist. Anyway, I'm not entirely sold on this particular book yet. I think Bendis has a very pedestrian understanding of time traveling and the effects and consequences that it has on the space-time continuum. Anyway, it'll give you a headache just figuring it out. It's just I guess it's a hypothetical situation. If the X-Men were transported in here in the future, what would they react? And things are going to change. And I'm pretty sure they're just going to be sent back, obviously, into the past to have their memories wiped and whatnot, and won't really affect the whole Marvel universe for that matter. I don't know. I'll give it a couple more. It's already up to issue 6 or 7. if by issue 8 or 9 or maybe 10, I'll give it till that. If it doesn't impress me significantly, I am just dropping this line. Not a big fan of Bendis. The only reason I picked this comic book up was because of Mr. Immonen's artwork. So we'll see. Anyway, talking about the figures, there's really nothing that special except for the repaints of these figures. Again, if you're not a big, if you're, I said, you know, I suggest you pick up these figures only if you're a big X-Men fan. The first class uniforms, for that matter. I mean, these are just basically repaints of earlier figure molds, older figure molds of the Marvel Universe. This is an old female sculpt. This is a male sculpt. And this Cyclops, we've seen so many repaints. So unless you really absolutely need Cyclops and the Jean Grey in this version, then I suggest you pass up on these on this set. It's a great set for those who still don't have a Cyclops or a Jean Grey, but for those who are just sick and tired of these molds, and you know, even if you're a big Marvel Universe fan, you don't have to pick this set up. If you're a big X-Men fan and you just absolutely have to complete it, I guess this is a good purchase. Just don't pay too much for it. Retail price, I think, is good enough for this one. Don't pay more than like $18 or $17 for it. I think that's just about the price this thing should be going for. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, click the thumbs up icon. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/FXFrance for my toy purchases. Haul videos on geek.com/FXFrance. Toy sightings on Instagram at FXFrance. Catch my videos on YouTube on Chefatron and FXFrance, as well as some of the videos I contribute to Tech Sushi. There you go. That's the Marvel Universe, Marvel's X-Men First Class comic packs featuring Marvel Girl and Cyclops. Thanks for watching.